I am telling you, I was about to start off this video by saying to all you Edgar Berlanga fans, then I realized Edgar Berlanga ain't got no fans. You would think that the way Edgar Berlanga been celebrating ever since he lost to Canelo, Edgar Berlanga would turn himself into a superstar. For months, Edgar Berlanga been posting up on Instagram as if he is some type of superstar in boxing. Turns out none of that work. Edgar Berlanga will be fighting on the undercard this Saturday. The main event is Ammo Williams versus Haney, never heard of him. I guarantee you that in Edgar Berlanga's next fight, he more than likely will be fighting on the prelims on YouTube. Edgar Berlanga will be fighting on YouTube after this next fight. But everybody take a look at Edgar Berlanga and Richardson Hitchens, another New York City rat. What is it with these East Coast rats always hanging out with each other?
What's your goof ass? And
why the hell has Edgar Berlanga got a hoodie on? Why the hell is Edgar Berlanga masked up when he on the inside? Hey yo, Edgar Berlanga, bro. You is the prime example of a typical East Coast clown thinking he's some type of gangster when he really just a boxer. No boxer, especially for New York City, is on that. None of y'all is cut like that. Edgar Berlanga, you are the furthest thing from a gangster. You 100% boxer, 0% gangster.
I got a hit list, but Munguia, Haney, Caleb Plant, and Jermell Charlo. You know, these type of fights I want to make in New York.
Jaime Munguia, Caleb Plant, and Jermell Charlo is on Edgar Berlanga hit list. It's only one problem. Notice how he said Jermell Charlo, the little Charlo, not Jermall Charlo. And what do all them three fighters got in common? Every single one of those fighters is a Canelo Alvarez leftover. Edgar Berlanga, take that mask off, bro. You know damn well you never had to cover your face a day in your life. You never did nothing where you had to cover your face a day in your life. I told y'all, Edgar Berlanga is the worst. Kinda like Shakur Stevenson. The typical boxer who think he a gangster when really the man is harmless. And it looks like Tank Davis versus the Roach will be happening next. I told y'all, I don't want to see Gervonta fight unless it's against the Roach. Michael Woods from Ring Magazine reported, June looks likely for the Roach and Gervonta Davis rematch. Now, it's a Las Vegas fight. Money talks. But being that the first one sold out in New York City, and both guys come from the East Coast, ideally, it lands on East Coast, in my opinion. I am here, so my bias is clear. What y'all think about that? Do y'all think that the rematch should happen in Las Vegas or New York City? It truly does not matter to me, as long as Gervonta Davis gets the rematch and knocks Lamont Roach clean out. And ever since Devin Haney got booed at the press conference the other day, ever since the West Coast booed Devin Haney, Bill Haney been looking for sympathy on the internet. That's right. Everybody take a look at this picture of a young Bill Haney and a young Devin Haney. The caption says, you go against them, you gonna see me. You go against me, and you gonna see him. I put him in the game, and he got me out the game. If you don't get your soft self up out of here, bro, don't nobody care if you forced your son into boxing. Let me repeat that. Devin didn't have to box. Bill Haney forced the man into the sport of boxing. Do y'all remember what Gervonta Davis said?
I had to fight. You know, I'm different from a lot of boxers. You know what I mean? So boxing just was that place where it got me out of my situation.
Tank Davis was absolutely right. Devin Haney didn't have to fight. Bill forced him into the sport of boxing. That is why Devin Haney came up in the country of Mexico, fighting bums as if he was some type of great fighter. That is why the first time that Devin fought somebody his height, his age, his weight, he got dog walk. Devin Haney is the true definition of smoke and mirrors. Ryan Garcia tweeted out, respect, salute, as a father, that's dope. This dude Edwin R in the comment section tweeted out, be careful, they might sue you for being nice. You know, I got a right to my opinion. In the United States of America, you got a right to your personal opinion. And in my personal opinion, I respect the fact that Bill loves his son. I will give him that. A father is supposed to love his son. What I don't respect is him holding his son's hand till his son is 25 years old. If you did a good job as a father, you shouldn't have to hold your son's hand while he's 25 years old. You should know that you did a good enough job to where your son could take on the world by himself. Imagine Devin Haney being 45 years old and Bill Haney still holding the man's hand. It's kind of pathetic if you ask me. It's something about this picture that makes me feel like Bill Haney was not about that action back in the day. It's something about this picture that tells me that Bill Haney was soft as hell back in the day. Oh, my bad. Bill Haney did an interview with Vlad TV and admitted that the man went to private school. That's right. The man went to college for journalism. Switching topics, even though Alexander Usyk is the best heavyweight on the planet, my favorite heavyweight is Mr. Joseph Parker, the Big Uso. You gotta respect Joseph Parker. The man was the first man to defeat Andy Ruiz. The man dog-walked Deontay Wilder. And the man beat the brakes off the man that stopped Deontay Wilder, Mr. Zhilei Zhang. I definitely think that it's time for the man to get a title shot. Tyson Fury post up on Instagram. About time as well. Give Joseph Parker a title shot. And I ain't never seen a bum in boxing get paid so much. The rumors are true. George Kambosos is the highest paid bum in the history of the sport of boxing. Boxing Kingdom on Twitter reported, George Kambosos Jr. has sold over 75,000 tickets in his last 3 fights in Australia, with a gate revenue of $32 million. As y'all can see, George Kambosos like the post. It's crazy because George Kambosos' claim to fame was beating up Teofimo Lopez. The man has not won a fight since. And Lomachenko manager, this man right here, Mr. Igor Klimas, the man did an interview and they asked the man, who would you rather have Lomachenko fight next, Gervonta Davis or Shakur Stevenson? The man did not hesitate. Mr. Klimas said, quote, Tank is a much better fighter. Shakur is a good fighter, but he goes in a shell and he walks away. The man runs away. Gervonta Davis comes to fight. He is a more interesting, more intriguing fight. Right now for Lomachenko, he is the best opponent, not Shakur Stevenson. As y'all pretty much expected, Shakur Stevenson fanboys, dudes who never threw a punch a day in their life, talking about, that's just his way of ducking Shakur Stevenson. That's just his way of avoiding Shakur Stevenson. Nobody's scared of Shakur Stevenson. Get that out your head. Shakur Stevenson does not bring fear to the table. Shakur is not a knockout puncher. The man is not dangerous, bro. Soft as hell, I'm telling you. Gervonta Davis actually comes to fight. Like Mr. Klimas said, in my opinion, I want to see Gervonta Davis versus Vasily Lomachenko after Gervonta Davis knock out Lamont Roach. I want to see Tank knock out Roach and then fight Lomachenko. I guarantee you Tank stops Lomachenko.
I had to fight. You know what I mean? A lot of boxers didn't have to fight.